Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight for our free webinar, Neuro-Acupuncture for Treating Difficult Neurological Disorders, featuring Dr. Jason Howe. My name is Jeff Bloom, Education Marketing Manager here at LASA OMS. For over 40 years, LASA OMS has been striving to promote the growth of the acupuncture industry by providing quality products, great prices, and the best customer service, as well as supporting the many schools and continuing education efforts available. With our free webinar series, we intend to provide free educational opportunities taught by some of our industry's most renowned practitioners and educators. I would like to take a moment to acclimate you to the webinar room. To the right of the video screen, you will see 3 tabs: chat, questions, and polls. To chat with other attendees or to communicate technical difficulties, please use the chat tab. For questions of our guest speaker, please make sure to use the questions tab, and we will answer those questions at the end of the lecture. Please note that each webinar is recorded, and immediately following the conclusion, you will all receive an email with a link to view the video on demand and a copy of the slides. You may always visit our blog and use the free webinar tag to find all of our previously recorded events. From neuroscience to sports acupuncture to Chinese herbs, you'll find something interesting for every practitioner on the LASA OMS blog. Now for our featured speaker. Jason Howe received his bachelor and master's degrees of traditional Chinese medicine from Heizhongjiang University of TCM in Harbin, China. He received his MBA from the University of Phoenix in 2004. He has been practicing and researching scalp acupuncture for 37 years and has been teaching classes and seminars in the US and in the West since 1989, including many cities in the United States, Canada, Australia, and many, many more. Many American newspapers, journals, and television sources have reported successful cases and stories over the last 32 years. He currently serves as the president of the Neuro-Acupuncture Institute in Santa Fe and is editor-in-chief and translator-in-chief for the book Acupuncture and Moxibustion, published by World Federation of Chinese Medicine Societies. He was the former chairman of the Acupuncture Committee in the National Certification Commission of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. He's the former president and board of directors at Southwest Acupuncture College, and he's the co-author of the book Chinese Scalp Acupuncture. And lastly, Doug Dirth has just released a documentary film called Return to Life, which features Dr. Jason Howe and his wife, Linda Howe. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jason Howe.
Good morning, good evening, good night, everyone from all over the world. I'm Jason Howe, the president of Neuro-Acupuncture Institute. I'm honored to be here to share my 40 years experience as a professor doing teaching, researching, and practice. First of all, I'd like to thank Jeffrey again to introduce me here, and thank the LASA company to sponsor me here. Today, my topic is scalp acupuncture for treating neurological difficult disorders. Jeff already introduced me, so I'm not going to repeat for this. And the only thing I like to say, I'm president for Neuro-Acupuncture Institute, and later on after my class, I know a lot of people will ask what the information to find me and my team. So in right your corner is very important information. www.neuroacupunctureinstitute.org. For any further class, our film, our publications, our team, and all the professors, you can look at that website. We constantly update that. There's a lot of movie. It's very useful for you to learn from that. There's many different kind of acupuncture. Today, I'm going to introduce scalp acupuncture. Before we started, I'd like help you to review what is scalp acupuncture. Scalp acupuncture is a contemporary acupuncture technique integrating traditional needling method with Western mass knowledge of neuroanatomy, neurology, and neuroscience. This technique has been proven to be a mostly effective technique for treating central nerve disorders. In our clinic, we often treat people with stroke, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson disease, cerebral palsy, autism, phantom pain, traumatic brain injury, PTSD is just some of them. Left side corner is the book I and my wife, Linda Howe, published on 2011. If you're interested about this technique, and you can go to Amazon to buy this book. And there's many different type scalp acupuncture since 1950s in China. Today, I'm going to introduce most popular, effective, easy to understand, easy to practice technique by Dr. Jiao. So Dr. Jiao style scalp acupuncture, I'm going to talk about that tonight. There's many newspapers, magazines, radios, and film about us. 2021 is a very fruitful year for us, and the famous film producer and director Doug Dirt filmed me and my wife Linda Howe, and the film is released. And we are going to talk many patients today introduced here, and many cases from the film. So for your future, you want to rent or buy this film, can go to Vimeo.com, order demand, return to life, and you can pay $4.99 to rent for 1 day or 2 days. If you want to own, it's only $90.90, okay? And the film name is Return to Life. That record many success stories. We use scalp acupuncture to help many different people have all kind of different neurological condition. And the film director is famous because his early movie is called 9,000 Needles. Yeah, 9,000 Needles, and it's a very popular movie. And director's brother went to China to treat stroke and recover story. Before we continue, I would like all of you, do you feeling confidence when you treat people completely paralyzed? Or they complete no speech, lost speech called aphasia, or they lost balance? Do you treat stroke, MS, Parkinson, brain injury, PTSD, autism, and cerebral palsy? When you see those patients, how much confidence you have? If you don't have that many patients, tonight will change your life. Anyway, this is Jack. Jack is one of major patient in the movie. His story is very inspiring for patient and practitioner. When we filmed him, Jeffrey have disabled for 13 years. He was veterans in the both Iraq, Afghanistan war. He had many injuries. A last injury, his vehicle blew up, and he had severe neck injury, stay in hospital for a month, and have surgery. After that, his neck was completely frozen, cannot move at all, have a severe headache, neck pain, of course, and other symptoms he have: insomnia, severe anxiety, depression, and fatigue. It's just some of that. He came from Oklahoma. I'm in New Mexico. Yeah, in Santa Fe and Albuquerque, New Mexico, we have 2 clinics. So we have a lot of people past 5 years from out of state and out of country. Here's one of that. When I start to treat him, the first question I always ask is, do you get acupuncture treatment? His answer say no. Do you believe that? He said, no, not really. I said, why are you here? He said, because you treated my father-in-law. And I asked, who is it? His father-in-law is a stroke patient, paralyzed, and have some trouble speech, aphasia. After 5 treatments, he recovered. Anyway, I start treating him, and I put a needle on the head, front, called head areas, put the upper 1/5 motor areas, it's a neck pain. Also put foot motor sensory areas. So head area right there. You can put the 3. We'll talk about detail about that if you can see it. Then the foot motor sensory right there, from here to here. And for new patient, I always put a ear shunman. Okay, so actually I treat that for other patient. I have to redo it. All right, that's more accurate model for him. Upper 1/5 sensory, both side, foot motor sensory, and you can put 1 needle head area or 2 chest area for there. And after 2 treatments, his pain completely go away. Surprisingly, he can move the neck any way he wants. After 4 treatment, insomnia, anxiety, and depression, much better. After 4 treatment, he was returned to normal life. So he's very successful, and he back to home. He have fatigue, of course. He have other function not right, like lower sex functions and no desire to do anything. After that recovered too. Now he have 2 babies, new baby, and he recovered. He have been travels past a few years, go to many different conferences, and tell his success story. Thank Jackery to have our profession, and they give you a lot of hope when you treat veterans. They have all kind of PTSD, nightmares, and scalp acupuncture has shown successful story for all of them. We treat many people. Also have the veterans from a Korea War, and also from Vietnamese War. Many of them have this for 30, 40 years, and they still see improvement. And many of them recovered from our treatment. All right, let's back talk scalp acupuncture. Scalp acupuncture, this gel style, there are examinations, diagnosis, select a point, evaluation patient, and predicted the future, how they recover all basis on Western medicine knowledge, neuroanatomy, neurology, and neuroscience. So everybody learn from now on, you have to understand, we are not going to talk qi, not talk meridians, channels, as we talk about neurology, okay? So beside do acupuncture, teaching acupuncture research, and I also have good hobby do Chinese calligraphy and Chinese painting. My favorite painting is the bamboo. So all the painting in the PowerPoint is my paintings, and there's many gallery in Santa Fe sold my painting before. Compare to regular acupuncture treatment or ear acupuncture, scalp acupuncture have following characteristics. Number one, gel style scalp acupuncture use less needles. So in our practice, quite often you use 2 to 6 needles, and the people have good results. The responses is so quick. Sometimes they only take several minutes. Patient can see the change. People can paralyze motor arms, people talking, paralyze on leg, get up to walk. It's quite often in our clinic. Compare other acupuncture, none of them can do that quick. Also compare the needles we use in China. Scalp acupuncture we practice in the United States is relative thin needles. So we use needles, and the Chinese needles we use 34 or 32. And most in China they use 28 to 30 number. For those we use 1.5 twin needles. For the children we use 1-inch needles and number 36. Another characteristic for scalp acupuncture, not popular, many people don't master how to insertion. So the quick insertion is the key to reduce the pain and put the right layers. And you need to put in 4th layer of the scalp is loose anella connected tissues. So we'll demonstration later on. And the manipulation of the scalp acupuncture needs strong stimulation. So regular technique doesn't work. And we are going to show that how to put needle in, rotate them at 200 times per minute is successful stimulation method. So retention needles is compare other acupuncture, and we usually do 30 minutes and sometimes 45 minutes. Before we started the individual cases and review some of the location, we're like you watch parts of the film. So you will make me easy to introduce this technique and make you understand how that works. Okay, Jeff, please play the film.
Okay, perfect, perfect. All right, 1 second here.
Hey, Doug.
How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
So this is the place, huh?
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? I served in the military. I was with the Air Force, got into a tactical forces group, went to Iraq, had a lot of near misses, had a lot of close calls, but one of them got too close.
She was at a restaurant in Bogota. There was a cartel-related shooting, and she unfortunately got caught in the middle of it and got shot in the back.
Dean was born 2008. everything was normal, pretty much. And on 3 or 4, he started exhibiting, I guess we would say, not normal habits, acting out in class, and he wasn't able to basically function with the other children.
I was on my journey to stop eating and drinking. I was so debilitated by the pain of the trigeminal neuralgia that I couldn't do life.
It was an everyday thing. I was walking down a hallway that had no lighting and was under construction, and I impacted a glass wall with my face and received a severe concussion.
For autism, the spectrum is really large. For Dean specifically, he a lot of times just speaks in like 1 or 2 words to express himself. He'll say like, I'm hungry, or my head, he'll say something like that.
The bullet got through the lung and then so on the spine.
We got hit by a couple of bombs, a couple of explosions, and it tore up my back and my neck and my head.
I started to have problems with vision, headaches, nausea, vertigo.
PTSD, pain, anxiety.
He's really sensitive to pain. If he falls down or he gets hurt, it's amplified for a child with autism.
I was going through occupational, speech, physical therapy, neuro-ophthalmology.
And I came to a point to where I sort of hit a plateau and just wasn't getting any better.
I wasn't getting any results with anything.
Whatever I knew as life was no more.
It was in a very bad place. I was definitely suicidal.
And my wife said, I think I found the answer for you. And it's in New Mexico. A doctor called Dr. Howe, and he gets people better.
I was definitely open to the idea of neuroacupuncture. That's how I came to Dr. Howe.
The Hows and what they know how to do changes your life.
It's been 8 years since I first released the documentary 9,000 Needles, a film which chronicled my brother Devin's unconventional journey as he fought to recover from a devastating stroke. After witnessing firsthand the amazing results of acupuncture and a healthcare system which successfully integrated Eastern and Western medicine, I couldn't help but ask myself, why do we have to travel all the way to China to get it? And why isn't this life-changing medicine available to us right here at home?
I couldn't live even like this, my leg.
Sure.
I'm about to find out as I meet some of today's leading healthcare practitioners who are at the forefront of rethinking and remodeling acupuncture's role in today's modern medicine.
Congratulations on your life back. Yeah. All right.
To have the experience to walk into an office and within 30 minutes have somebody lower my pain from a 20 to a 2, I just cried.
After his first treatment, somebody said, how are you feeling? And he just said, I feel more like myself. It just felt like it was something that came from a place in him that I never heard before.
My whole body just sort of melted into the seat, into the chair. It gave me hope, gave me absolute hope.
And that night, I slept through the night for the first time in a year without waking up. And I literally felt like my life was back on track and I was going to get better.
All right, Dr. Howe, you want to unmute yourself? All right.
Hello, everybody. So from the movie, you can see one old doctor practices the famous Dr. Shi Xuanmin. And #1 acupuncture doctor in the world. So, and last year, Dr. Shi Xuanmin and Dr. Liang Fanrong, we wrote, we are editor-in-chief, wrote this book. This is in Chinese version, and this year there's an English version. I was translating-chief too. We're finished in the publisher hand now, and this year we're going to see everybody. And after they publish 183 countries and area are going to use as a textbook. So they accumulate more than 100 professions, professors together. We wrote the book together. Hopefully you can see this book. They published by World Federation of TCM Society. So that is it correct? Look, there's a upside down. The left or right? Can we turn something?
It is a little blurry for some reason. So I think it's your camera. It usually auto corrects itself.
Doesn't matter. We'll send the link.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway,
I'll
so as you watch the movie, talk about many patients. There's the brain injury like Jack, we just review. And the autism kids here from Hawaii, after 4 treatment, my wife treated him twice. I treated him twice. He completely become a normal kid. Tried general neurology, she recovered, and we have a few more stroke patients now in there. So most of the patients we treated from 5 to 50 treatment, they have major improvement. And in our practice, my treatment with first 3 treatment, they see the change. All right, now we come back to my PowerPoint. So that's the book from other book, comprehension acupuncture book. So from this book, you can tell there's only 16 areas we're going to use to combine them, and we can treat all kinds of neurological disease. So we don't have time to review that. Hopefully you have time to learn. If not, the textbook has shown that it's the first time in the textbook in English we're talking about how to location gel style scalp acupuncture. I write and rotate and translate the chapter scalp acupuncture session. Probably a better, easy way, get our book in Amazon. Scalp acupuncture, we name and location point according to neuroanatomy and neuroscience. Commonly in our practice, we use the cerebral cortex and the cerebellum as the major stimuli areas. As you know, right here is the frontal lobe, control all the mental activity, thinking, emotional, sleep, and the major areas in front, central coelicus, right here, a deeper plaque. Anterior, they call motor gyrus. And the parietal lobe, the major is called sensory gyrus. And here, temporal lobe is a more comprehension center. There's a speech, hearing, and the DZ vertical control areas. And in the back here, occipital lobe, major related to the eye vision. And here is cerebellum. As you know, as you learn, major function is the control, coordination, and the balance. So each area of scalp each area of the scalp have different functions. That's motor gyrus, control the motor. That's a sensory. That's superior temporal gyrus, and that's the frontal lobe. So when each area of the brain have a certain function, for example, the motor gyrus control the movement of the side of the body. So upper control the leg, trunk, middle for arm and hand, lower for face of the size. Each gyrus have projection area on scalp surface. When we treat that, for example, motor is right here, projection area on the scalp acupuncture surface. Upper 1/5 treat the paralyzed trunk and leg of the side. That's for arm, this is for foot, okay? And this is the sensation area we use most common, treat all kind of pain. all kind of abnormal sensation or no sensation at all. And in front, we treat a lot of internal disorders right here. And this one for vision, vision areas from occipital protuberance, bilateral 1 centimeter go up 4 centimeter in length. Treat a lot of eye problems such as glaucoma, cataracts, and mostly we use in the clinic to treat people who have double vision, loss of vision, blur of vision. Is pretty common. Ooh. Who moved that light? Make it worse. Okay, that's fine. And here is the called balance area from occipital protuberance, bilateral each side, 3.5 centimeter, and go to 3 centimeter in length. Remember, scalp acupuncture is an international location, so we don't use a trun. Also, the area is so small, so trun is too hard. So we use a centimeter. For the Americans, if you don't use centimeter very much, use small finger, the diameter between there is 1 centimeter. All right. So since we are in camera, I'm going to demonstrate how to locate put needles. Insertion needles is very important to reduce pain and make treatment strong and successful. So there are many different type insertion. One needle, one hand technique. For example, Dr. Jiao Sunfa used 1 inch. The founder of the Jiao style scalp acupuncture, he hold needle there, tube not going to work. From now on, if you want to get good result, don't use a tube. Have to practice freehand. So Dr. Jiao Sunfa, look at this. He just get in. Okay, it's very hard to manage that, difficult to learn. So in our class, we have level 1, level 2, level 3. So in level 3 class, we use a gel style insertion. In level 1 class, basically in this class, our demonstration 2 needle technique. So you use these needles, hold needles, and the angle is 15 to 20 degree. I use these needles and push and in and put a 4th layer scalp. Stimulation scalp acupuncture is very special. You're not going to do this. You're not going to work. You have to handle like this. Let me see my hand. So you rotate this hand. Let me put one needle there straight. You can see better. So you do this fingers, rotate, and this 200 per minute. You count clockwise and clockwise. Same back, forward, and do very quick like this. Okay. When you get better in the future, you can use 2 hands. And then you get more better, you can fly them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's the insertion. All right. Back to PowerPoint, Jeff. Thank you. So that areas. So motor areas treat the people paralyzed. Sensory area for burning pain, all kind of sensation, and abnormal burning, cold, hot. You can then tremor area for essential tremor, Parkinson disease, for Huntington disease takes that work good, and foot motor sensory areas are most common use to treat anxiety, depression, fatigue. Also, it's very good to treat the sex function is low, libidos, and the impotence. In the clinic, we use the area to treat the people who have incontinence, urine, and bowel movement have good results. How quick scalp acupuncture can be effective. They are pretty fast. None of other acupuncture can get a result like this. In our clinic, most of patients first 3 treatments, they feeling different. After a couple of minutes, they usually see the change. You'll probably ask, what is your best result in your life? So that's one of, in the picture, women is the best. Here, she is quadriplegia. That means from neck down, complete paralyzed both arm and leg for 6 months. When I start treating her in my class in Phoenix, Arizona, this class designed for MDs. So our institute is training both class, one for TCM profession, one teach for MDs. That class will have 50 MDs from all over the country come here. And the MD class sponsored by Hams Medical Institute. Anyway, all the doctors bring some of their patient, and she had one of that. When I start treating her, she paralyzed for 6 months, no clear diagnosis. After I examine her, I'm thinking we talk about MD, I'm thinking he have meningitis or nephritis, some inflammation in the brain. So he, besides paralyzed, she also both arm and leg spasm tied up, hold tight, cannot move at all. So the first thing I put 2 in tremor areas. Tremor area not only works tremor, it also can release muscular and tendon tension. So for type paralysis, you put that first. Then she start loose up. Then I put both sides upper 1/5 and middle 2/5. Couple of minutes, he start to move her arm. We standing her, move the leg. We standing her up. My class usually 2 days. In that time, after second day, she get up and walk. Complete paralyzed for 6 months. So 6 months later, I back to class, teach the same place. So I want to see her, and she make appointment to see me. When she came in, I was shocked. She just came in by herself, no wheelchairs, and look like normal. When I asked her, she said she got married and she back to teach yoga in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you're her doctor, what's your question? So my first question is, who treats you after I treat you? 2 treatments. And how many treatments you get it? Guess the answer. She said, I run after money. Insurance doesn't pay that. So I just do exercise you teach me, and I recovered. Then my next question, why you come back? You said everything recovered, but frequent urination really drive me crazy, and feeling like a bladder spasm. So I put a foot motor sensing area and the tremor areas cured. 3 treatments make 1 person completely recover. Is a major improvement. I have a lot of photos when you're in my class. In the future, I can show that. In this, we just protection patient privacy, so I only show the back. Here's her photos. Since 2020, COVID-19 have huge impact in human life, economics, everything in the world. So this year, I start treat a lot of people have post-COVID syndrome, Now they call COVID long COVID symptoms. Also, I treat a lot of people after COVID vaccine. They have side effects. Now they call COVID vaccine adverse reactions. So many of them, as you know, after have COVID or vaccine, they developing symptoms, mostly neurological symptoms, such as loss of smell, loss of taste, brain foggy, fatigue, anxiety, depression, loss of balance, dizziness, and all kind of strange pain. So far, in the conventional medicine, no specific treatment for that. And scalp acupuncture I use have treated a lot of people, have wonderful results. This is one of the patients I treated a couple of weeks ago. He had third vaccine, and after that he had a 44 years male. After third vaccine, he developing severe headache. Used all kind of medication, no change, no effect. Also combined with anxiety, irritable, insomnia, fatigue. Through the Chinese medicine examination, his bowel movement urine is normal, tongue is red thin white coating, central had a crack in the tongue as you see, red front mostly, and his pulse is very rolling and forceful, so it's excess. So when you treat those kind of patients, usually I use only scalp acupuncture for first if you treat most of them, we can relieve all the problems. So for the treatment for him, besides that he have vaccine side effects, he also injured his left arm and the elbow injury during the exercise. So he have a lot of pain. So for his treatment, you can see I put the 3 needles on the head area, chest area, make a triangle right here, foot, motor sensory areas, upper 1/5 sensory and middle 2/5 sensory, work elbow pain. The body acupuncture I use LF4 and the lever 2, or you can use L4, lever 3 cross. Left L4, right lever 2, and right Sandio or triple warmer 3, and left is goblet 41. Only 2 treatment. The pain completely go away. No anxiety, sleeping well, and no more fatigue, no irritable anxiety anymore, and it's normal. So that's just how quick it is. I have a lot of post-COVID syndrome patients. They lost smell, lost taste, works well. And I treated one lady from Texas that have paralyzed one leg. After treatment, recovered. And so hopefully you use this similar protocol to the other post-COVID syndrome. I don't know how many people that have attended my workshop. And last time, a couple of months ago, and thanks to Jeffrey to conduct that workshop too, and that they talk about this already. I just brief. So 2006, there's a war in Afghanistan, Iraq. There's a lot of people lost limbs, but they have phantom pain. I was invited to go to Washington, D.C. to treat 7 people demonstration, then teach Army neurology to treat them. So among the 7 people, only 1 treatment, we have very success rate 0 to 86. 3 of them no pain, 3 of them much better, only 1 doesn't work. So only 1 treatment get 86. Effect rate is very high. So during my lecture demonstration and the reporter from Scalp came in and take a picture and publish this article available, and that's in Walter Reed Medical Center in Washington, D.C. So if your patient have questions, you can guide them. Go to Scalp, easing pain, you can find this report. MS is most challenge treat disorders for most acupuncturists. If you use a body acupuncture, ear acupuncture, scalp acupuncture have good results. And there's Stephen. Here's another patient in the film. When I treated him many years ago, 10 years ago, he is 65 years old, lawyer, have 20 years MS and 12 years disabled. He basically has severe fatigue, trouble walking due to balance off, double vision and blurred vision. He almost like blind, cannot see. Then weakness of his legs. So during the first treatment, his balance is remarkable better, almost normal, like it becomes stronger. After 2 treatments, more energy, vision get better. After 3 treatment, all his symptoms and signs gone. After 4 treatment, he back full-time job. Now he from Las Cruces, far away from me. Now I treat him once a month. He have 10 years, no symptoms now. That's the early size, say 5 years, now it's 10 years. You might be thinking you're lucky have him. No, it's not lucky. It's a good results. That another patient referred by Stephen, when I treated him at the beginning, he had MS 5 years and cannot work for 2 years. Basic problem balance off, severe fatigue, and difficult to walk. After again 4 treatment, everything disappeared. Now he had 2 jobs. He was police in chief and very healthy. When he like a job, like standing one leg, no people know he have multiple sclerosis. So right now I have at least 20 people no symptoms. I see them once a while. Mostly challenge disorders is a cerebral palsy. Paralysis cannot talk and cannot balance or fall down all the time. This is a boy when I started treating him 7 years ago, and he is 6 years old, have cerebral palsy, cannot speak clear, and both hand, arm very weak. When he hold the pen, it's so weak, it's nothing in the papers. And also he fall down all the time, so he in the kindergarten twice. They keep him there, and because he cannot communicate, his physically, mentally is slow growing. So he has remarkable results, and treatment so simple. Look at that. Upper 1/5 motor and middle 2/5 motor, and the foot motor sensory and speech 1 area and ear shipment. After 14 treatment, he had completely recovered. I wrote it, a case report they published at same month. So that's the first kid I treated, cured completely. And now he is 13 years old. A few years ago, he attended state swimming competition. He got 2nd place, and he do a long rifle shooting. He got 1st place. That means his coordination is perfect. We have treated many kids have cerebral palsy. This little boy is the worst one I never see. When I start see him, he's 2 years old, no movement at all, cannot standing, and the hand no movement, and no sitting, cannot do any volunteer movement by himself, and he complete aphasia, no talking. After about 2 years of treatment, on the left, October 26, you can see he can use walker first time to run, and 1 year later, and he can walking and he can talking by his own. Now he's 9 years old, okay? And talking a lot. And also he have eye problem, cannot focus, that have huge improvement as well. I have treated many kids have cerebral palsy. Is some of them, so you can see their age from 1.5 years and to 14 years old. I have adults, they are 40 years old, still work. And they average, they have 3 treatments, they cured 16, 14, 15, 9. So very rewarding. Hopefully you have chance to treat all this kind of kids to make their life change. And the autism, even better, we have much quicker recovery rate, and hopefully in the future, and the company can hold another workshop. I can introduce a little bit more. All right, perfect timing. I have 2 more minutes to go. Scalp acupuncture has been improving. It's a very effective technique for central nerve disorders. This technique is accessible, less expensive, safe, have very little side effects. However, how they works according to Western medicine, neurology, neuroanatomy, still not very clear. I hope in the future we all together can discover the mechanism of this technique and to help more human beings return to normal life. So I'm going to have a few minutes and to answer all your questions, and you can type in your questions, and Jeff will help us to read the questions, and I'll give you an answer.
All right.
We enjoy this class, and there's a lot of information. It's a basic introduction. I know the number 1 question you're going to ask when you are at next class. So next class will be March 18 to 2020. We only have a few space left. If you want to action quick, okay? And thank you for your attention. Thank you, Jeff, again.
All right. Well, I am putting a link to that in the chat so everybody can take a look. And just to confirm, that's fully online, correct? Is the class going to be offered?
This is a virtual class. Class. Because of COVID, and last year we started to do that, and even during the class, you have a lot of chance to practice, and every 6 to 8 people you have supervisor, and hopefully in level 2 or level 3 class, hopefully we're doing good. The whole science is doing good. The COVID go away, we can do more in person. Okay,
please.
And let's work hard and to help more people. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, we have a ton of questions, so let's start answering them. So how often were the treatments for the first patient that you talked about?
The patient, we have to say, is you can get my picture a little bit bigger. Yeah. Yes, so, yeah, my personal. Yeah. So to the patient, my practice is different from the rest of you. Okay, so our patient from all over the world in all the country, so that treatment is different, and they want to treat it every day. In our local patient, if first couple weeks, you like treat them twice or 3 times a week. Okay, when they get better, see them once a week. But my business is so busy, so I only can see them once a week. That before the COVID, we have 6-month waiting list. You know, the TCM results tell the truth. Okay, doesn't matter how good you are, you have that many patients. But for Jackery, the different. He's from Oklahoma, so I treat people from out of state, out of country every day, 4 treatments per week, generally speaking. Some people autism from Australia, from Ireland, from Germany. They beg us, so we treat them 5 times a week. Okay, next question.
All right. This person has a patient who suddenly felt tingling in the head after looking down for 5 minutes, initially on the right side, and after that numbness on the left side from the head till pelvis, and then sometimes leg also. Does that make sense?
So first you want to know left or right. If they have all the problem left side, you work on the right side. Okay, right side, they have tingling, so numbness or pain or low sensation. Basically, you're going to use sensory areas. Okay, it's the green color right there. Basically, you want to stimulate sensory areas right there. Okay, so on the gray areas, in order to precisely stimulate, we divide these whole sensory areas into 5 equal parts. So upper 1/5 you work for leg, middle 2/5 for the arm, hand, lower 2/5 for the face. And for those kind of patient, if you don't know exactly how to, you can do all areas to beginning. After a couple of weeks, you might be used both sides, because most of the nerve control of this side, there's a 10% control same size. Did I answer your question well? All right. Next question.
Next question. Do you have suggestions for the COVID problems of loss of taste and smell?
Excellent result. I know you're going to answer that. And I treat a few lately, and the most successful patient probably the last week. So he had COVID for 9 months, lost smell, lost taste, and also make him anxiety and fatigue and insomnia. So for lost smell, taste, what area control that is lower 2/5 sensory areas is a major area you need to stimulate. Okay, another area, I teach this class only. So a lot of questions were exciting and good shape today. I'm teaching one new secret point. So for these areas, you do right here, lower 2/5. Other areas, we call this primary smell taste area, and we call taste smell 1. Now we're going to teach you 2. Even my level 3 student not learned that yet. I will teach you. So now you locate this point from taiyang point to top of the ear, connect from the middle point, and from that start point go to 2, 4, 3 centimeter is smell and taste areas. If you look at this chart, so you do, let me see, we can look backward my picture. Right, this one, lower 2/5 sensory model, and another one from their temple. So you do this, okay? And you do both sides and stimulate like that. and you put a foot motor sensory for this patient for chronic fatigue, anxiety, and depression. And for sleep, then you put 3 needles on the head. Ear Shinman, 1, 1, 2, and you do both sides, 1, 2, 1, 2, this. Today, I just talked to him in order to answer your questions. How you doing after 2 treatment? 6% come back for smell test. And fatigue, 80%, anxiety, almost 90%. He said that there's a hope, so he don't feel anxiety anymore. So get it? All right, try that. That works. All right, next question.
All right, this person had actually tried scalp acupuncture for shoulder pain after attending a workshop, and the client's shoulder pain was gone after that, but then the client had a headache for a few days. Is that normal, or was it because of needling technique?
I think the needle technique need to improve. So if you put the wrong layers, it's too superficial, it hurts. If you're too deep, raise the bone pericranium, and they hurt terrible. So if you treat the children, they're going to bite you, they're going to kick you, you never close to them. So you need to improve your technique. Come to in class. Yeah, we'll teach you the trick how to do it. Thank you. Good to share. It's real. And thank you, and congratulations for your success.
And then what needle size and thicknesses and lengths do you typically use?
I use, for adults, I use 32, 34. Let me see, they have numbers. 32, 34 is a 0.25 millimeter, or 0.22 millimeter, and 1.5 inches for adults. For the children, I use 36, is a 0.20 and 1 inch needles. It's Chinese needles. And you want to use the Japanese, the others is okay. But like I tell you, doesn't matter which needle, which country, Germany, you made it Korea, I would prefer you to needle have this loop there and wires. So easy to stimulate. Also, personally, I believe when we stimulate, our own energy will communicate, release from your hand to the brain. So don't use any needle as a plastic. It's non-electricity conduct product. So have to metal and have a little bit longer here is easy to stimulation. All right, next question.
All right, could you please address treating post-COVID tachycardia and irregular heart rate using neuroacupuncture, please?
Yes, you can do it. So that is this technique. We don't introduce very much. For tachycardia, there's an area called chest area in the scalp acupuncture. In order to locate the point, you found the middle point is like a 24, we call head point. And from pupil up, all the way to the hairline, there's a stomach area. Between there is a chest area. So this area go up or down 2 centimeters is very effective to treat tachycardia. But sometimes you might be use heart 5, P6, spleen 6, and on the back use UB 15, 14 as well.
All right. Can you describe some acupuncture points for autism, and what have some of your experiences been with autism patients?
Ooh, the autism is very big, so we don't have one point to work on that, okay? It's all people different. So autism kids, we have the first one, probably one treatment cured. I was invited to Dubai 10 years ago. There's a boy, 16 years old, never talk whole life. One treatment, talk everything. It's just like miracle show. Surprised myself too. Anyway, I use speech one. right there, lower 2/5 motor area. They basically stimulate Broca areas right there, okay? Then you use speech 3 right there, stimulate vernical areas. They from a earlobe up 1.5 centimeter as a start point. Then you go to posterior 4 centimeter, that's 2 major point. Then you use foot motor sensory areas. So that's general particles. And you might be using 1 needle on the head. For the children, autism kids, they don't have much tension all over the place. You need to put one here, weaken the part of their frontal lobe. They are asleep. They are not connected. So that most people you can treat it. And the other kids, they mostly need probably 10 treatment, 50 treatment average. So if you charge $250 per session, you put 5 needles, how much per needles? Quick math. $50 per needles that you can make, okay? To be good at that, it's not money. You change one person, one kid's life, the entire family changed. So the parents, grandparents all changed. There's 21.7 million kids worldwide suffer from autism. How much work you need to do? Don't say we can change 50%. Even we all together can work 20%. Change how many people? 4 million kids can in our hand change your life. Guys, learn this. You need to master this. Okay, next. See,
right.
Good. Sounds it, Jeff, we're a good team. Your smile, your confidence make me talk excited.
Absolutely. Well, you're doing great, so thank you. So next couple of questions are going to be about the eyes and vision. So can stimulating the vision area affect the structure of the eye like the cornea, or is it only to affect the optic nerve? I ask because of the prevalence of many autoimmune diseases that affect eye structures.
This is a quick question. So I think there's a doctor here, and her first name is Michelle. I'll tell her story. And 26 years ago, I treated one little boy. He have disease. He only 14 weeks old. His eye bump around left or right, just shooting. They call nystagmus. Okay? And the parents bring him. In that time, I even don't know how to treat it. So we tell parents, we say, find somebody else. I don't know how to treat this kid. And he said, everybody in neurology in University of New Mexico say, you're the only one to treat him. Then we say, oh, per me, I have to do it. We say, give me 2 weeks, go home. Our search to treat him. And mom, Michelle, he is there in your group. He said, you don't need research. We need research. We research already. Let's take my piece of paper. Say, all there, just put needle on him. So I choose foot motor sensory area and the vision areas. And guess what? After 9 months treatment, once a week, sometimes twice a week, completely recovered. This kid in the college. Couple of years ago, when teaching in international class, one woman come here, do you remember me? We say, I have no idea. Say, are you my patient? I say, no, my son, your youngest patient. We say, what? You say, I'm his mom. We say, why are you here? He said, after you cure my son, I go to acupuncture school. Now I'm professor, teacher in Maryland. I don't want to release her name. If she want to release that, fine. Anyway, give you ideas. Mostly we treat the function something wrong, but a lot of CP kids is structure wrong. So the double reason, there are a lot of partial reasons and a lot of brain injury, and you still can work on that. But most of them functional works better. Okay, Next question.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr. Howe.
Michelle, if you're there.
And actually, can you hold up that book, The Acupuncture and Moxibustion? I was having trouble finding the link online to send people.
No, it's not in the line to yet.
Oh, okay. So it'll be available in the future.
This is the Chinese version. So the English version will release around September.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, that is why we couldn't find it. So I'm not crazy, and neither are you. Anybody who is looking for this book, it will be available soon.
If you're crazy, I have a point for you. And if you're caused by COVID, we'll calm you down just there. Anyway, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. And then what is the rate of success treating epilepsy with scalp acupuncture?
Epilepsy is hard to treat it. So we treat, in the past, we treated many children have that. And so we can reduce the severity, frequency of attack. And I treat one woman now. She have the seizure for 2 years, and her husband is a TCM doctor. They found me, I treated her, and after 3 treatment, no seizure, and she don't need treatment. I cannot get rid of her. We say, you don't need it. Trust me, you're fine, and everything normal. And so she said, no, my husband said I have to see the rest of my life and don't get rid of me. And Christmas, give me a car. I open the car. What? Gift $1,000 cash? It's crazy. So too much. You say, just make a appointment. I still pay you. I like to pay you. So, and so it depends. So it's very complicated. It depends the frontal lobe type, temporal lobe type. When the class will have topic for that. So I probably have 60-70% success rate for that. Okay, thank you. I want to mention clear, I didn't take that $1,000. I call her, I would say, I will pay about 20 to 50 only. So rest of you have to take back.
Next question is about, can you talk more about when you had said 200 rotations per minute? How many minutes are you doing that?
Stimulation. So you rotate this, and needles retention will be 30 minutes. You stimulate every 10 minutes, okay? And then you stimulate 2 to 3 minutes for all of them, not each one. I think my book say you stimulate 2 minutes for each, for every 10 minutes. Everybody say you're 2 minutes here, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes. There's another 10 minutes. My arm is going to spasm. We cannot move anymore. So no, 2 or 3 minutes, all of them. Okay, all right.
Perfect. How soon after a brain or nerve injury can neuroacupuncture be applied?
That's a good question. That we say you wait their life size stabilize. So the extension your questions, that common question is how quick you can treat a stroke patient. Okay, so you for people have cerebral embolism, cerebral thrombosis, you treat them as soon as they diagnosis. For people have brain injury or their stroke belong to cerebral hemorrhage, you wait their life size stabilize, their breathing, their blood pressures, heartbeats is normal. So typically hard to say when it's safe for their condition. So when I teach, I taught my new student at the beginning for this, you wait a month. They should be safe. Okay, all right.
How are you doing on time? Can we do a few more questions?
I think we can go on a few more questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Let's see. Have you successfully treated chronic tinnitus? Or tinnitus?
Have you treated or tenderness? Tinnitus is most challenge condition compare people paralyzed, loss of speech. So my success rate will be 50 to 60%. Okay, if compare low, but compare other technique, is a pretty high result. So you use hearing areas, left and right. Okay. Also, most of them tinnitus or tenderness, ringing on the ear, is a structure something around the neck. Okay. So then you use a earphone and Sandial 17. And I have needle there already. And gallbladder 20. And then you use people, if you really know they have brain injury, neck injury, spinal lower, even lower back injury, middle back, they call it ringing on the ear because their spinal cord is twisted. So you lie down stomach and make sure you do UB 60 and 40 first. Then you start see they lose out, relax, and as soon as blood supply get better there, and they usually change. Okay, that's for tinnitus. That works. There's a lot of post-COVID now. I treat have tinnitus. I treat one business woman. It take me 6 treatment. Her tinnitus doesn't bother her anymore. Occasionally can hear a little bit, but most of life is okay, can function. Okay, all right.
All right, let's do one more question. And I think it's a really good question. So do you offer internships or apprenticeships for people who would like to improve their needling after they took your workshop?
Yes, you have to finish level 3 because this is gel style. Then we show you font style, how the insertion without go to class, you just cannot do it. Look at font style, they just like that. They do boom, 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 put 20 in a minute. Very powerful. You have to go to class. So after level 3 class, level 1, 3 days, level 2, 4 days, level 3, 5 days after like that, you can come clinic and have internship. Also, I'm working in the hospital, local hospital now. Our new member and the board member, and he work in emergency. And I have to tell his story. So we work on the hospital now, set up internship, we can get a acute patient. There's a doctor, keep refer my patient, I don't know him. And people even in an ambulance, they tell patient, we can save your life. After that, nothing we can do. There's a miracle doctor, you see them, they can change you. So one day last year, and I heard one doctor want to refer patient, we don't take it. Paralyzed one arm, famous guitar player. And he is very mad. He said, tell him I'm Dr. David, but last name. I refer lots of patients. Talk to my front desk manager, I heard that. And we say, okay, take that patient, write his name down. Then I call him, and he said, do you remember me? We say, yeah, I remember you. Past a few years, you refer a lot of patients. He said, it's not that. I worked he's MD, work ambulance. 20 years ago, I was your student in Washington, D.C. All right, we get excited. He said, I have to contact you, follow you up since we moved here. You never answer my phone, never return a call. I have to say, I'm sorry, I tried that. So I immediately go to there. I want to share his story. He's MD and never learned scalp acupuncture. We teach gel style. Next day, he have patient have headache and paralyzed. And the headache better, and the patient asked, can you treat the paralysis? He said, I learned that yesterday, but I don't know how to treat it. If you don't mind, I have to check my book where I put the needles and the patient fine. So they look at the picture, paralyzed left arm. He said, okay, I think in this middle 2/5 of motor areas that work on your paralyze your arm and your hand. Let me stimulate. He just learned He just barely can move. He say, move the arm. His patient arm move up. He's shocked, more impatient. He said, how about my leg? He said, let me check nose again. And nose suppose should be here. Upper one fifth. And he said, well, I think your leg is going to move. Leg moved. And a couple of minutes, the chatting patient say, I need to go to restroom. He said, your leg are movement, get up to go. He said, I'm joking. Patient, get up and go to restroom. Because since then, 100% you're fun. I follow your every day, everywhere. And just amazing. Anyway, this doctor, I recruit him, become our new teacher and a board member. And if you join the class, he's going to teach acute condition management for neurological condition. Even myself need to learn that class. We're going to offer similar for his class. So you're going to learn, you're going to meet a lot of teachers, not only me, including my wife, and a neurology, teach neurology examinations, neuroanatomy, MD doctors, physical therapists, and herbalists you're going to meet. When we have my first class, we have 65 students. My supervised teacher, I had to pay their dinner. The biggest 32 people serve you. Okay, you have 65 students, we have 32 staff. Either every 2 people get 1 supervisor and teachers. You know, we work hard. Class is not cheap, but they worth every penny you spend there, I guarantee you. Thank you.
Thank you. That's amazing. So actually somebody really begged for one more question. Do you have any quick suggestions for phantom limb pain?
That I talk about the last class, omitted. So phantom limb pain and also include complex regional pain. It's the same mechanism, okay? It's on the head, have something wrong. And CRPS, I just gave a lecture last year, and from a National CRPS Association, I still have a lot of patients coming very mad because we don't take them. I don't have the room. Anyway, for phantom pain, why they lost the limbs, they still have pain because they have message storage in the wrong place in the brain. So you stimulate if in the leg, for example, and you can do both leg, upper 1/5 sensory areas for the leg, this for the arm of this side, and you do foot motor sensory areas right there. And the 1 ear Shinmen, you put one area where they have the pain, phantom pain. And one head, that's it. You can cure them in a few treatment. So, would you mind back to my slides?
Of course.
Phantom pain? Because we skip something, we have quite a people, they didn't listen to class. Right there. It's all phantom pain patient demonstration. Let's take an example right the lower corner. Both leg lost. He cannot sleep more than 4 months. Anxiety, depression, the pain, screaming, cry, tears, yelling. And so that's my first patient. Anyway, all the neurologists, they're tough. Ask a lot of questions. We're going to introduce a series. Say, no more, don't want to series. Bring the patient demonstration. Let us see you can do it. So here, leg pain, I use the same particle right here, 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 here. After put all needles, you say, oh my God, I'm feeling my big toe tingling. Second toe, third toe, all move. Then left foot. What that means, I talk to my wife with there. The brain start remapping. Okay? After another 7 minutes, he say, pain gone. All the neurologists, what? pain is gone. He said, how come you don't have pain at all? No pain, one treatment, six needle on the head, little bit stimulation like that. The funny, I want to bring him back. After 30 minutes, I need to go to next patient demo. And when I close him, he said, what do you do? He said, I'm going to take a needle off your whole head. This needle is a permanent. You cannot take them out. No way, no way. We say, I have to take out. And he said, and I'm take off, you're still fine. He said, you have guaranteed that. If the pain come back, you have to put the right place right away. So we say, believe me, I treat a lot of people. So I take off, and then we say, how are you doing? Say, no pain. Then he said, I'm not going away. I'm going to sit in back your class.
Just in case.
3 hours, he confidence, the pain go away. It give you confidence. So I have a lot of movie about phantom pain, paralysis, aphasia. You can go to Neuro-Acupuncture Institute.org. Go to famous areas. You might have phantom pain there too. All kind of neurological disease is free. You can direct your patient have similar disease. Go there, give their confidence. Okay? I will hopefully see you in the class. Thank you.
Yes, it looks like a lot of people are really interested in taking the class. So just to remind everybody, the level 1 class is going to start on March 18th. It is a 3-day class. It is going to be all online. I just put a link in the chat where you can find that information. It'll also be in the email that all of you guys are going to get after we end. So I really...
I think we only have a few space. This time, I'm not going to take more patient, close to class, you cry, you tears, you beg, you on your knee, not going to work, okay? You decide you want to learn that, get it. And thank you very much, Jeff. After last class, I think I have 5 people sign up same night. So good class,
well,
good
information. They do that because the information is fantastic. So everybody, I implore that you guys look into learning more from Dr. Howe and the Neuro-Acupuncture Institute. We have another webinar planned for January the 20th. It is going to be featuring Anthony Vandermeulen, and we will be discussing orthopedic acupuncture. So check us out then. I'll have the registration up hopefully in the next couple of days. Again, thank you to Dr. Howe. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, good night.
Looking forward to see you in the future. And thank you very much, Jeff. Happy and healthy New Year. Best life for you. Okay.
Same to everybody.
I appreciate that. I appreciate your company hold that. Okay.
All right.
And that's our brain, our institute, Neuro-Acupuncture Institute Science.org. You got the link there. And if you cannot take this class for some reason, quickly we'll start next one. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Guys.